I remember making some kind of offhand comment about how great this aluminum foil tape was for masking things you're sandblasting. I retract that statement. I have been thoroughly corrected. Because if you blast this a little bit, it conforms to the shape of whatever it's covering and never wants to come off. That took a very unnecessarily long time. Duct tape. Why didn't you just use duct tape, Bradley? Or maybe painter's tape. Maybe if you had just cleaned it off and redone some painter's tape. It's not a good sign that there's grit on the inside. It means that the masking was for nothing. And I still have to deep clean this thing afterwards. Too bad it's too late to have kids. I could make one of them do this. I wonder if one of those neighbor kids wants to make $5. Yep, that ain't good. Wonder if I can just throw it in the dishwasher. Probably not. I wonder if I should open a Roth IRA. I hear I bonds are really good right now. I wonder if vintage Jeeps are a recession-proof investment. Who am I kidding? I will never recover from this financially. Alright, masking with foil tape, never again. So you guys remember how I was talking about maybe how this bushing is a little worn? Just a little bit, you know? As it turns out, here's a new one. It's a little snug, but that would probably figure itself out with a little bit of use. So yeah, that's a part I'm glad to have picked up. Man, I have got to borrow a page out of Wyatt, the Red Clay Traveler's book, and just say, that is sick. That is going to be so awesome once I actually get the parts for that transfer case. But that looks a hell of a lot better than it used to. The fact is not lost on me that I have a great deal of time and effort and money invested in all of this, and it's sitting on the most stable piece of junk I could find on the side of the road. Yeah. I would love to hear some of the stories that this guy ran into. The two main owners of the Jeep in the past. So here's the Dana 18 oil pan. Finally degreased and surprisingly not all that rusty. I could throw this in the Evapor Rust and have that cleaned up and not even need to sandblast it. But you can see along the edges here where they've done what everyone does. You got a leak and you try to keep torquing the bolts down to stop that leak. And it's the same story all the way around. And that's just so bent up. I'm gonna try to hammer that out on the anvil, but I think you and I both know that's never gonna be quite right. I'll give it a try. Then I was talking about this in one of the other videos. It's got this little ding here, like maybe a rock hit it or something. That's what caused this little dimple here. And that's probably deformed the metal enough that it would cause some leaking issues to begin with. But what makes this more interesting is the inside. That wasn't from the outside. That was from the inside. It's a big old gouge in the pan here and a couple of other little dings here. So what the heck happened in this poor Dana 18 in its past? Are these even the original gears that were in it? Because it looks like something let go and whoop, right there. But I guess that's kind of where we're at today. More problems. This is actually working better than I expected. It's not good, but it is working better than I expected. Well, that is a great deal better than it was. I suppose what really matters in the end is when you're trying to fit this thing, is if it fits right here. That's a no. So I guess I do need a new oil pan for this, unless I get just a little bit more skilled with my hammering over there on the anvil. But I don't think this is gonna cut it. I'm gonna run into the same problem no matter how much I torque these down. It's just gonna not seal. So it's only money, right? It's just more parts, right? The crossmember cleanup is proceeding. I had a lot of great time-lapse type of footage for this. Unfortunately, my GoPro has eaten the SD card. It is hopelessly corrupted, so I don't get any time lapses. That's all the oddly satisfying stuff, of course, but this is not easy. There's some baked on clay that's not coming off. I wire wheeled it and it's still not coming off, but it's about 60% done. Then paint for this guy as well. Well, Amazon just dropped by and delivered some of these. Maybe I'll get all these sockets actually in their place and off the workbench. Yay, organization. Also, I picked up a tap and die set, which is way more complete than the few I have sitting around, so I can go chase some of the threads on those guys. You can tell their quality by the way they are. And apparently in California these cause cancer. Yay. I'm not gonna lie, there has certainly been an element of scope creep on this project. But I've got the crossmember out, so why not give it a quick refresh while I'm at it. Now that I've got the whole thing primed up, it occurs to me that I probably should have been using red primer for all of this. And now we watch paint dry between coats. And in about a week, the paint will have cured and this thing will be ready to bolt some stuff onto it. Still too nice for that. I did want to take a break from the work to recognize the reason we all have an extra day off over here in the United States. It is Memorial Day, and I just wanted to pause and recognize all the brave men and women who have given their lives in defense of this country over the years. They're the reason that I have an extra day off, and that we all have an extra day off, and we all get to go out and enjoy burgers and hot dogs and other American things on this day. New SD card. Yes. Yeah, so I don't know how much I lost, honestly. I've been filming things just here and there throughout the day, and then the SD card decided to corrupt for no dang reason. I guess one thing I did kind of gloss over on the other SD card that is now gone is that I have this tap and die set, and I went ahead and started recutting threads on some of these old bolts. And these things look like new, but they're 70 something years old, EC marked. I think these are the bell housing bolts, and I've got a stack of these that are similarly cleaned up. Went ahead and chased all the threads on the case. They were filthy, but they're clean now. But yeah, that was just another one of the many menial tasks to do. Been working on this front casting. It's a mess. I thought I'd had it clean enough, but it's not clean enough. That output casting is pretty much ready. I just need to get some of the extra grit that always gets in there out. Transfer case coming along. Things are painted and such. It's getting there. Did the red fill plug like I said I would a long time ago. Finally got around to it. The pan is straighter. I don't know that I'm going to trust it though. And let's see. This cross member is pretty much done. It's still got a few days of curing to do, but I've got that little rubber damper just kind of set on here for now. Kind of staging things and see how it's all gonna look. So unfortunately this episode has ended up being a little bit all over the place. Losing all the footage on that SD card really messed up my plans for this one, but that's it for now. Hopefully I'll be getting a little bit more progress moving forward. I should have transfer case gears coming in tomorrow, and we'll see how they work out. But I think I have, no, I won't be assembling it anytime soon, because it seems that these gears for the speedometers, no one has them in stock. And these guys, yeah. I'm gonna have to go find probably like a good used one so I can have a speedometer. But yeah, always moving forward, I guess. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.